This is a direct message to Activision Blizzard. The following bug causes nausea, disorientation, and in the case of individuals with photosensitive epilepsy, may cause seizures or even death. Activision Blizzard may be liable for damages in the event of player injury. The entrance to the dungeon Iron Docks when entered after the character has exceeded the hourly instance limit traps the player in an infinite loop that cannot be escaped without terminating the client. Players with powerful hardware may experience flashes in the greater than 3 per second range, which can potentially cause seizures. In this video, we'll be exploring the easiest way to grind experience from level 1110 to 120. This glitch is mainly for Horde, though it is possible to use it for Alliance with a two-person strategy, as I'll explain later. This glitch was recently brought to my attention by Charles Wald on this channel, though a number of players seem to have discovered it independently. Now, the quest you'll need to be on is called Bone Procession. This is about halfway down the Nazmir quest chain. The quests interact with each other in a weird way, so I just follow the storyline and eventually you'll come across it rather than trying to get to the quest as quickly as possible. For Bone Procession, you are meant to kill a number of undead dinosaurs on behalf of Titan Hazrael here. And for this quest, you're given the quest item Titan Manipulator, which will reduce the size of the dinosaurs to a comical level and reduce their power considerably. The glitch here is that the dinosaurs are elites and give much greater XP than normal mobs, but after you have used the Titan Manipulator on them, they are very easy to kill, but still award those same high levels of XP. So the strategy here is to avoid handing in the quest and simply farm the dinosaurs indefinitely. What got me interested in this quest was a comment from DKSO1 on Wowhead, who wrote, "The quest item continues to work as long as the quest isn't turned in, and since quests at this level tend to give 17 to 20k XP, killing 3 or 4 of these dinosaurs is worth 1+ quests. Killing 4 of these dinosaurs can be done in under 3 minutes, which is faster than most quests can be done, especially considering the ride to and from the quest givers." I found those numbers a little optimistic, but it is definitely the case that this approach is going to be faster than questing for all classes, and for more mobile classes like monks it becomes competitive with the very fastest methods such as island expeditions and time-walking dungeons. What I tend to do with this farm is use it for short periods between other activities, as the rested XP makes this approach even more attractive. While this technically isn't the fastest way to grind, the mental energy required is very low, and it is certainly the easiest approach I know of. Because Nazmir is a Horde quest zone, Alliance players can't get the quest item. However, you can still do this with 2 players or multi-boxing. Just get a Horde ally to zap the dinosaurs, but otherwise leave them intact, and then the allied player can kill the tiny dino and get full XP. Also worth mentioning that mobs don't scale for Alliance players in this zone. They are all level 120, which benefits Alliance players. Some of you Death Knights may be wondering if you can control the undead dinosaurs, since that's what you're supposed to be able to do with a control undead spell. But I'm afraid you can't. However, there's a play for Death Knights here worth mentioning. If you go into the Terrace of Sorrow area, you can enslave a mob called Reconstructed Terror, which has a huge amount of health and can basically tank anything. It's very helpful for drawing mob aggro whilst killing the dinosaurs, and also doing pretty much anything else in Nazmir. Now, usually with this type of video, people inevitably say stuff like, why not just play the game? And yeah, Nazmir is a really enjoyable zone, and I think you should certainly go through it at least once doing all the quests. This type of approach is really for those who like to or need to grind up alts very quickly and have done all the zones multiple times already. By the way, my patrons should note there's a slightly faster option earlier in the Nazmir quest chain, which I'll be publishing on Patreon shortly, so you may wish to hold off on this one. Now, ever since the XP potion stacking incident, there have been multiple comments on many of my videos stating that virtually every exploit I've ever uploaded will get people banned, which ignores the fact that of all the hundreds of exploits I've uploaded on this channel, probably at most only 2 to 3% have resulted in anyone getting any kind of ban. I'd be very surprised if anyone was banned for using this specific approach. Normally at the end of the video I ask people to subscribe and or join my Patreon. I'm not going to ask you to do that today. I'd really appreciate it if you have a moment and you want to help. There you can send a message to Blizzard about the dangerous glitch I mentioned at the start, so they fix it and no one gets hurt. Thanks for watching. This has been Archvelder.